Hi, my name is Tracy Bell. I own Belle Fleur Floral Boutique in Boundary Park Plaza in Surrey. We've been there since 1997, so we're entrenched in the community, and so our community is really part of us, and without we certainly wouldn't be here. So this was something that was really important to us, to me personally, and to my staff.
We are a husband and wife team, so Ken and Silvia, and we like to create wearable art in our home studio. So we create and design jewelry made from all types of media: glass, stone, precious metals, woods, etc.
And as for me, I enjoy the creative process. And like to support anyone in the visual arts. We recognize that ultimately it improves our quality of life, in that it promotes problem solving and other aspects that bring more interest and depth in our lives. I'd like to start by saying initially an idea of we like to support any community we're involved in, and Tracy invited us into her community maybe as much as 8 or 9 years ago. And in that regard, we wanted to try and support Tracy through this difficult time, and we offered her a donation that she could use in any way. We didn't put any restrictions on that. So ultimately, it was Tracy's idea that brought this fundraiser to fruition, and we supported it and tried to work with her to make it come about.
So originally, Ken and Sylvia sent me pictures of these beautiful little glass hearts that had tags on them that said, "Keep love in your heart." And I think at the time it was probably born out of what was going on, because it was still fairly new with the COVID pandemic. We were approaching Mother's Day, and I think they just wanted to hand these out as something very kind. But I knew that we could actually make money and donate it. So we came up with a price for a simple $5 each, and they made 50 of them and donated them. And we immediately sold out of those within 2 days. Just with social media, that's all it took, was a little Facebook post and an Instagram post, and bam, they were gone. So choosing the charity, SurreyCares, I'm actually connected with John Lawson on LinkedIn. And so I know that he's involved. And so I was interested, so I did some research, and I like the idea that SurreyCares is more of an umbrella. And I was able to just say, put the money to where it's needed most right now. And so that was a really positive way to do it. Honestly, we had them make 50 more hearts, so we sold out of those again. So we were just over 500, and I like even numbers, so we just bumped it up to 600, and that was a donation. And I just knew that it was going within our community, and that they would be taken care of properly by SurreyCares.
So we were thrilled to be invited to be part of that fundraiser, and the response was gratifying in itself.
I think Ken and Sylvia would agree that when you do business within a certain area, you want to support area because they've supported you. We knew that there were so many people in Surrey. I mean, this is a big city, a lot of people in here, a lot of people who were struggling. So we wanted to make sure that, in a small way, just to help out in the way that we could. And at the time, it was with these beautiful little donated glass hearts, and it was the community itself that helped us raise the money to give back to the community. So it really was full circle. And it started with Ken and Sylvia's generous hearts, making the beautiful glass hearts and offering them to me, which was really, really kind. But I knew that we could certainly take that a step further and change that and turn that into a donation within our community. It feels great and it feels right, because if you're in a community, if you're doing business in a community, I think it's our responsibility as business people to give back to that community.
Yeah, I hope you get that connection, because Tracy recognized something there. I'm a craftsman, and we do like to give back, and it was an offer from our hearts, but Tracy turned that into something that was productive.
So this was really an all-encompassing fundraiser, which I think made it even more special. It wasn't just someone cutting a check, it was people actually getting involved and knowing, okay, I've got this beautiful glass heart, I have money for it, I know it's going to good, but I'm going to give this as a gift to someone who I love. And so there was a lot of feeling and sentiment behind the glass hearts and behind the donations. I think it just made it elevated it, made it a really special donation.
And from our perspective, that very comment that there was a beautiful glass heart there, that is so gratifying to the people that made it, and that was us.
Right.
You know, this last year has been, different for a lot of makers like us. We're makers and we love to make, but with things changing, like markets or our artisan markets, and if the art groups that we belong to not being able to meet, this was a good opportunity for us to still keep being creative, because that's really our love, is to be creative and enjoy seeing what comes out of the kiln when it's been fired, and that's what we enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I think finding a charity or a foundation that resonates with you, so whatever that is, but also if you can get people to be involved with you, children especially, so that they understand what it's like to work for somebody else and donate what you get in. I think if we start them young, they'll have sort of a charitable heart for their entire lives. I think that's really important. So if you can get other people involved, I think that just makes it that much more of a wonderful experience.
And in our case, partnering with Tracy, who has a business, that was, for us, we couldn't have really done this on our own. So it was.
Yeah, I don't think our own social network would have brought that kind of response. So there was a real benefit from Tracy's. First off, Tracy must have been extremely busy, but she still had the presence of mind to recognize the potential here and develop and make that go forward.